Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this live demo session on transforming financial analytics with Kairos. And here we will be sharing how you can transform your analytics on billions of rows of data. I hope you and everyone in your family and at workplace are staying safe in this second wave. I'm Shaleen Trivedi. I'm in business development for Kairos Insights. And joining me today is Puneet Prakash from Solutions Engineering team, who will take us through the limited legacy technologies. He'll be talking about benefits of Kairos Smart, and he'll also be demonstrating how you can analyze massive volumes of data using.
Shalin, sorry to interrupt. I think some of our attendees are having some issues joining, so we are working on that. Uh, can we continue in a minute?
Yeah, I can. I hope for people who have joined, I'm really sorry about this. I'll request if you can hold on for a couple of minutes so that we have a quorum.
Yeah,
Great.
I think it's working now. We are getting numbers, so we can continue, Shalin. Thank you so much. Sorry for interrupting.
Thank you, Shafali. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live demo session on Kairos, where you understand how Kairos is transforming financial analytics on billions of rows of data. I'm Shaleen Trivedi. I'm the Director of Sales and Business Development for Kairos Insights for APAC. And joining me today is Puneet Prakash from Solutions Engineering team. And Puneet will take us through the limitations of legacy OLAP technology, benefits of smart OLAP, and he'll also demonstrate how you can connect live to Kairos using various BI tools and analyze massive volumes of data. Kairos is being used by some of the very large financial institutions across multiple use cases, be it CCAR, risk management, financial reporting, customer analytics, and much more. And today we'll demonstrate how you can use Kairos to analyze billions of records with the ability to drill down, roll up, slice and dice your data at the speed of thought. Please feel free to type in your questions in the chat window and we'll answer those. And now I'll invite Puneet to share more on Kairos.
Thank you, Charlie. For the financial analytics, a lot of our conversations start with our clients who have worked for years on some of the legacy OLAP systems, whether it's SPs, TM1, or even SSAs. And what they often run into when the phone rings for us is they are either moving into cloud because it's a corporate IT mandate, or the amount of data that they really need to work with to run the business just keeps growing and growing as it's really pushing the limits of what the current stack is able to support. As they move to the cloud, they want to preserve what they want about their OLAP solutions and all the capabilities they have. But they're finding the legacy systems are not really compatible with the clouds or any of the modern platforms, including, the on-prem data lakes. That's really where Kairos comes in with our smart OLAP technology. And what we mean by smart OLAP is letting the end users keep everything what you love about OLAP, the slicing and dicing, the drilling up and down through the hierarchies, and interacting with your data in a very quick way at whatever scale that you need, while removing the constraints of the legacy platforms and taking advantage of what's available on the clouds and modern platforms. That's what Kairos does through our patented technology in the way that we build the cubes and take advantage of the clouds in the lakes. We are able to let you do your financial analytics at whatever scale you need. If you're working with 2 years of history today and you really want to be working with 5, or if you are having to aggregate up to a week or a month, or need a daily or maybe an intraday view, you can get and preserve whatever clean you need and want, and do that with interactive response against all that data, regardless of how many queries are coming and hitting it at the same time. Next, we will show you how this works in the architecture, and we will also show it live and in action. So here you can see the underlying architecture and how Kairos is able to provide the instantaneous performance to Kairos BI acceleration layer, which is here in the middle. So you can see that it's sandwiched between the business intelligence and the modern data platforms. The idea, starting at the bottom, we take the power that these modern data platforms provide, whether be in the cloud or on-premise, and leverage the distributed processing nature of these environments to build the cubes and create these smart aggregates which are stored back onto the underlying persistent uh, storage layers of these platforms. We are also using the data that can be consolidated on these environments to build the cube. In order to provide that response, we have the acceleration layer which sets up the semantic model. So this semantic model gives you the business context behind all of your data and gives you the definitions so that your end users be able to access the pieces of information they need and they exactly understand what it is they are trying to query. Now you have various access mechanisms that allow you to connect and expose a semantic model to the underlying BI or analytical layer. And then the brains behind Kairos is really are the BI servers. So here you can see we have multiple BI servers listed for high availability as well as load balancing. And those BI servers interact with the query engine to fetch the bits of information from the underlying cuboids and pre-aggregate data to serve this back to the BI layers. Now we have the intelligent cache that's spread across these components, and therefore we are able to optimize the storage and compute and natively deploy within these modern data platforms, use the resources efficiently, and be able to scale out to provide instantaneous response to any sort of use case or any sort of underlying data volume. Now, let's talk about what we will cover in the demonstration. We'll be leveraging a live connection to a Kairos cube, and you will be able to see the performance we get from an end user perspective when we are slicing and dicing our data. This will be interactive. You'll see the responses come back in seconds, and we will see this particularly in the financial services domain in regards to capital adequacy reporting. So we have taken all the financial transactions for a specific company, and we are able to model the various capital adequacy reporting scenarios and capital level metrics to be able to showcase that. And additionally, we will be able to see dynamic currency conversion, that is converting dynamically the different FX rates and using an FX rates lookup table. So let's get started with the demo. I'll begin by sharing my application. Okay. So I'll start with the Tableau to showcase the experience from an end user perspective connecting to a live Kairos cube. So this is our financial services cube where you can see a variety of dimensions as well as the underlying meshes that are exposed from the semantic layer. Now, as I am going through this semantic model, this provides me my business definitions of interacting with this data. So under the date hierarchy, you can see I have my equity expiry date, I have my trade date, and the maturity date. And also, you could see some of the OLAP capabilities that are available, especially in the financial services domain with regards to, having the multiple hierarchies, the alternate hierarchy structures, the parent-child recursive hierarchy structures, and a variety of other advanced OLAP capabilities that Kairos can natively offer. Under the portfolio hierarchy, I'll just open. So you can see that I can drill down till the transaction ID level, right? And if I further expand the position details, so you can see all of these attributes listed over here. So it gives you a holistic view of all your data, and you can incorporate all of the fields that one would need to represent some of the complex scenarios, whether that be at the account dimension or various other information that one needs to report on. So let's create a report, right, and where we can look down to the transaction level detail that's included for this particular organization. And the way I can do is by starting by grabbing the underlying metric. Let's say I select this amount USD. Right. And let me say select the core portfolio. Okay. And here you can see that I can drill down further, right, to the product area name. To the business area. Let's say I'm interested in derivative, so I'll drill down further. Okay. Say I want to take a look at the single stock futures, so I'll select and I can keep this only. And I can further drill down, right, to the book ID level. So right, so you can see that Kairos is able to fetch all of the transactions for this particular book ID, and this is happening at subsequent performance. Now, additionally, this Kairos Cube can be used to service some of the summarized reports and dashboards. So for example, here, if I enter the presentation mode, okay, you can see an executive level dashboard that I have created. And this is looking at my equity by geography, the equity, delta, gamma, and vega reports in capital scenarios. And these dashboards are having the interactive action filters. So the idea is, let's say I want to take a look at the country. Let's say, for example, China, right? And corresponding to that, I want to take a look at any particular segment. Right? So you can see all of the transaction IDs for this particular book, and all of this is happening at the subsecond level. So you can see how we are leveraging the Kairos Cube and really power to really power the underlying BI layer that gives me the instantaneous response. So now let's take a look from the perspective of an Excel user. And I would like to demonstrate that how easy it is to connect to the Kairos Cube and how we can start slicing and dicing our data. Okay, so I'll come to the data, then I'll go on to from other sources, then I'll go to and select the from analysis services. Then I'll input my connection parameters. Okay. Then I'll authenticate my user. Right. Then I'll select the cube on which I'm interested to do the analysis on. That is the CCAR cube. I'll click on finish. So now once I import this in my pivot table, I'm able to leverage this live connection to the cube. I'm able to see the same semantic model that was exposed to Tableau, right? And I'm able to see all the date hierarchies, the dimensions, and the measures listed over here, right? So now same sort of thing, if I wanted to create my underlying visualizations and here the report which I'm trying to analyze, let's say I take the amount in US dollars. Right? And start slicing it against the various business areas of my organization. So I can do the same thing where I go and drag the core dimension, the portfolio hierarchy. So here also I can start drilling down. I can go to equities, then to the derivative. Then I can select the single stock futures, then to the book. And here you can see all the transactions are listed over here. And we are able to achieve this in Excel in real time, slicing and dicing and interacting with this data, right? Now I have another sheet open here, leveraging the same connection to the underlying Kairos cube. And you can see I have filters applied for my specific reporting quarter. And I have filters for my currency conversion, right? So I have the Canadian dollar and euro, and you can see some values that are represented here. And now what I can do is to change, and let's say I'm interested in the British pound. Yeah. And select this. And you can see that all of those values got refreshed corresponding to that. And I can start slicing and dicing of these reporting currencies, right? And from there, I can also expand out onto a specific scenario types. Let's say I'm interested in PNL. I can expand these and see the values associated with all of these. So now that we're able to realize the performance benefit and the interactive speed that you get working from the Kairos cube. Let's quickly explore how we model these OLAP scenarios within the Kairos cube itself. Now here I have the Kairos application and I'm able to navigate the Kairos menu to go through the different modules that are required to build the cube. So here you can see I have files, relationships, and cubes, which are the core components needed to build the cube. Files are nothing more than pointing to the underlying source data that I want to use to build the cube. And then the next step in the journey would be to define the relationships between these underlying data sources. And lastly, I'm designing the cube itself. So under relationships, let's open up the specific data model that was used to build our Sika cube. So here you can see I have my underlying fact table. I'm referencing a date table, which is looking into an FX rates table. Now, what's important to note about the Kairos is the ability to support a variety of different data models. So I'm not just locked into one specific data model here. If I had my data in multi-fact design where I had fact tables reporting on different grain, I could use those various fact tables and then be able to represent them based off of their relationships to the underlying outer dimensions. Kairos supports standardized star schema or even the snowflake model, and I could even use a denormalized schema with a single file reference. Once I have that data model defined in Kairos, all I need to do is to design the cube and make it available for the users. So here is my cube design. So here under the source, you can see the relationship which we previously provided and defined. And from there, I can create all of the underlying dimension structures as well as the measures. If I expand these, you can see all of the date hierarchies, which are modeled at the semantic layer, right? On the measure side, I can have a base measure. Say for example, this is the function of sum on a particular metric. And then I can have calculated measures, which I can leverage to implement complex financial scenarios using MDX. Additionally, within the cube, you can define the row and column level security, right? So you can restrict a particular user to a particular value in a row or to certain columns. Once that is all defined, then we proceed to build the cube. So first of all, we do the full build. So full build is done to initialize the cube, right? and then we can build the cube incrementally. The most unique aspect of Kairos, which differentiates us from some of the legacy solutions that we talked about earlier, is the incrementally build the cube. And when I incrementally build this cube, not only I can add data, but I can also replace the existing data in the cube when these incremental jobs are running. There's no lockout or downtime to the users. And what this means in financial world is that I could have restatements or adjustments happening all throughout the day on my Kairos cube. But my users can still be able to query the cube in its current state, so they are not locked out in any way. Again, we are leveraging the distributed power of the modern data platforms to submit that cube building job. So the underlying refreshes to the data can happen very quickly and in real-time scenarios, and be able to provide that data to my users so that my users can interact with it. That concludes the demonstration. We appreciate your time. Shaleen, back to you.
Thank you, Puneet. I hope you like the demonstration. So Puneet just showed you how you can analyze billions of records with the speed of thought. You can slice and dice, drill down, roll up all of your data using Tableau, Excel, or any of the popular BI tools. Now, if you have some questions, we'll be happy to take those. Please type in at the chat window and we'll be taking those one by one. So Puneet, we have a couple of questions, and the first one is how data at rest is protected. If sensitive data is tokenized or encrypted, how the semantic layer handles during runtime queries.
Yeah, so we have encryption at rest. So we have the data that is stored in Kairos is stored in Qbots, which is proprietary storage. And second is that we also implement the SSL. So that is how we also protect the data at rest.
Thank you. And is this SaaS or can be self-hosted on-prem or on cloud?
Yeah, it can be both hosted on-prem and on cloud as well, Kairos. Yeah.
So we support all cloud platforms as Puneet shared during the architecture slide. So AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. We support flavors of Hadoop, and we also support data warehouses such as Snowflake, Redshift, and BigQuery. Another question is, what kind of use cases have you served? Kairos is a use case agnostic solution. We have worked with wide range of organizations and multiple use cases. If you talk about financial domain, CCAR risk management, financial reporting, we worked in retail, we have worked in telecom. So we worked across multiple use cases. Another question is, how long does it take to build the cube? So it really depends on the complexity of the cube in terms of the data size, the dimensions, and the measures, the cardinality. Depending on the data, you can actually uh, this can range from few hours to several hours. And this is the initial step. Once the cube is built, you can add incremental data to it as demonstrated by Puneet on a weekly, daily, or hourly basis as per your requirement. So thank you for your questions. Yeah, another question is cube a star schema? So Puneet, would you like to take that?
Yeah, you can not only implement a star schema, you can have a cube on a single file as well, a denormalized single file, as well as you can have multi-fact schema and Snowflake schema as well.
Thank you, Puneet. We are almost at the end of the live demo. I hope you found this conversation interesting. We will be emailing you the recording as well as additional information. And if you want to organize a personalized demo for you, please reply to that email, or you can send an email to my ID, or we can connect on the phone number as well. Yeah, and we'll be sharing the slide deck as well. Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today.